When I saw the Diva Search, I thought it was a great opportunity for women that didn't know about independent wrestling or didn't know about shows like these where you can cut your teeth. So I auditioned and I made it into the top 5, and then they fired me every Wednesday. And I was like, hey Johnny, so you ready to give me a job yet? No, call in 2 weeks. Next week, hey Johnny, you ready to give me a job yet? Call in 2 weeks. Then it was call in a month, and I would call him every single week until he gave me a job. And one week he called me up and he's like, hey Maria, with his wonderful voice, and asked me if I wanted to go down to Louisville to train. And I was like, sure, I'll get in my car right now. He's like, wait a minute. You just had to want it. And after I got through those 2 weeks with Bill Dumont over me, making me do a zillion million squats, and him yelling at me in my face, trying to get me to cry, and I just kept smiling and looking at him, 900 fucking squats later, I was still there. And I had my legs around Beth, and I was about to do Ratna, and she was holding me up there, and the lights went out. It's just something that happened, and it's one of those weird things, and you're in the ring and shit happens, so you have to work with it. That's when it all started for us girls.
You've always been like a fan of wrestling and stuff like that?
I have.
Really? That's cool.
There was only, like I was saying, I'm not the greatest wrestler in the world. I'm not. I'll be the first one to admit it, that some of you girls that are on the indies would kill all of us that are up there, other than people like Beth and Melina and Mickey that have been doing it for their entire lives. But the good part about people like Candice Michelle, who was a wrestling fan forever, or Michelle McCool, who I remember when she first met people, and she was just like, oh my God, that was so, oh my God. And she was just as starstruck as me. Ask questions. They love questions up there. And if you don't, find somebody that you connect real well with, because that's great. Beth, when you go, talk to Beth. She is queen of the ring up there.
I love her. She's one of my favorites.
She's one of my favorites. I've been in the ring with her before. As she looks like she's kicking the crap out of me, she is calling me baby, honey, sweetie, and I'm, okay, cover up, honey, and I'm like, okay, I love you too, Ma.
They threw her down. She just took a face bump, upside down from the apron to the floor, and I was like, I wouldn't do that shit.
She got trapped up in the rope, and so all of a sudden she's just laying there, and Mickey hits the rope and just kicks her out, and then, went back to selling.
Yeah.
And will Mickey ever say, oh, you screwed? No! You just fix it and move. Because if you don't, the crowd knows.
Yeah.
And then everybody looks like idiots.
And do you remember the match that she and I had with you where I was chopping you in the corner and you like slid down or something and accidentally chopped you in your mouth?
Oh, yeah.
I felt so bad. And I'm like, I do not do that to people. And I'm like, you're okay, right? You're okay.
She just opened her mouth so it made a nice sound. No, it was like... girls were amazing. You work your asses off out there, and that's probably the biggest thing I noticed was you guys love what you do, and I don't know how it felt for you guys tonight. How did it feel?
So good.
You do a tag spot together when you guys work together. It'd be cool if you signaled first, and then the crowd knew you two were doing it together. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you did it and I just missed it. But because I think you're very into the match, you need to show the people your anger. Mm-hmm. It was great, and the heat was great in it. And I loved the comeback, and how they got into the comeback was great. I mean, there was stuff I saw tonight that I was like, oh, and that thing Rain did with the arm, and you were like this. Oh, I'm sorry, I stepped on your toe. But I was like, that is the coolest hold ever. I want to steal it. Thank you guys so much for letting me be a part of your evening. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.